Hi and welcome to another Friday edition of our Home Leisure Direct Facebook update. So don't adjust your screens. Andy hasn't got slightly taller and slightly more handsome and slightly younger. It's me, Ben, I'm back. I don't even know if I can get away with saying that. So guys, welcome. And we've got a good run through, I think, today. It's mainly going to be around Marvel. So because I'm at the helm today, I thought we'd talk about Marvel. So with the new Infinity War movie that's landing on the 26th of April, hopefully you guys are all up to speed and you've seen all of your Iron Man, your Thor, and the most recent Black Panther, because the Infinity Wars movie lands in just a couple of weeks now here in the UK, which is going to be amazing. We thought, well, let's celebrate that and think about what we've got that kind of ties in. So we'll have a look in a minute at some great arcades, some pinballs that are behind me as well. But first off, I thought let's just address an issue that we've had over a couple of weeks, which is about our rather wonderful, or should I say not wonderful, but our brand new mugs. So for all the competition winners, what we've been doing is sending out mugs. And there's a whole load of you that whilst we've been waiting for our new mug batch to land, there's a load of you that haven't had mugs. So firstly, apologies guys that you haven't had your mug. But the good news is A, they're here, and B, it's an even better design than previously before. So there's a whole load of different characters on here. Sonic, obviously everybody knows Sonic, Donkey Kong, we got Pac-Man, we got Mario. I mean, we've got pretty much everybody on here, which is great. And then, of course, you've got your HLD badge there on the back. So they've landed. Good news here is I've got a list of previous winners that we are going to ship these out to you next week. So Terry Hiles, Mark David Toy, Daz Cook, Neil Lines, Rob Bailey, Mark Grafton. You guys are all previous winners, so thank you very much, guys. You're going to get yourself one of those mugs, and we'll send that out to you next week. And then we've got last week's winner. Do we announce last week's winner now, Jakob? He's saying yes, we do. So last week we gave you guys, well, Andy gave you a great tour on jukeboxes and all things wonderfully musical and retro. So the question was, if you had a jukebox, or if you have one, what's your vinyl? What would be the first vinyl that you got to have in your collection? And Tim Webb, well done, my man. You won with Living on a Prayer. So a bit of John Bon Jovi and an old classic, really. It's difficult to kind of shrug that answer off because you probably would have it in there somewhere on a 7-inch, and you'd definitely on a Friday night put it on, and or maybe on a Monday morning when you're not feeling so good about yourself. So Tim, well done. One of the mugs will also be out in the post to you. So back to Marvel. Take a quick breath. Back to Marvel. So Infinity Wars is coming out, and myself and Jakob were talking this morning about it, and we are low-key excited. Maybe like medium, maybe slightly more than low-key. We're trying to play it down, but we're really looking forward to the movie coming out, and I'm sure there's probably hundreds of thousands of people, millions across the globe that are joining us. So we thought we'd show you some really cool stuff that we've got that maybe you guys have got as well, and show you some of the video games that you can play in arcades. So follow me around. So we've got a selection of different Marvel games here, but I thought I'd bring your attention here to one of my favourite Marvel games of all time, and it's Marvel vs. Capcom. So if you haven't played this, please just try and play it. I don't really know how I can plead to you and say just go and find it somewhere, but it's an absolutely stunning game. It's one of, like I said, it's one of my favourite games of all time. This and Marvel vs. Capcom 2. You've got a whole host of great Marvel characters that again will appear in the Infinity Wars movie. So you've got Spider-Man, Iron Man, you've got the Incredible Hulk, a whole load of different great Marvel characters. So again, we're obviously open this weekend, so on the Saturday, not the Sunday, but feel free to come down, guys, if you've got a bit of a Marvel urge and you want to come down here and play some games, and pop on down and come and see us. So brilliant game, Marvel versus Capcom. Then it is Marvel, but before I get out geeked, we've got the X-Men arcade, which has just landed. So this is an original from 1990, and it's just a superb game. So it's a 4-player, and it features Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, and I want to say Nightcrawler. And I don't know if that's right, but I think it is Nightcrawler. Now, before we get too geeky, we know that Wolverine, etc., aren't featuring in the Infinity Wars movie, but there are rumours, and Hugh Jackman apparently has been caught on tape saying that if he was ever invited to be in one of the Avengers movies, he would reprise his role as Wolverine, because he's obviously retired now, which I think in itself is a news story. So don't quote me on that, okay? I didn't see Hugh say it, and I certainly haven't met Hugh Jackman, unfortunately, but apparently that he could do so. X-Men, still Marvel, although won't be, sadly, appearing in April's movie, but these guys certainly will be. So this is Marvel Superheroes. I'm going to put my clipboard down for a minute, and so I'm going to tuck it under my arm, see if I can have a quick go on it. So Marvel Superheroes, you might have just seen there, if you had good attention to detail, the Infinity Gauntlet, which of course is what this movie is all about. And here's your list of characters that you can choose from. So you've got Spidey, Wolverine, we've already talked about, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man, Psylocke, and then Cap. So I'm going to go with Cap, actually. I'm going straight in there with Cap. So I'm going to put it onto turbo speed, so it's got a bit of pace to it. And then here are the actual Infinity Stones. So the idea is that you fight per level, and you can actually get the stones as you go through them. So I think there's the Soul, Reality, Time, are just some of the stones that are on offer in this game. So Cap versus Iron Man. This is a flashback to Civil War, which obviously was released a couple of years ago now. I think 2 years ago perhaps, or was it last year? Yeah. 2 years ago, blimey, 2 years since that. So you get a general flavour of it here anyway. It's again, it's a great game. We've obviously got it here, guys, so please come down and have a play on it. So I won't get lost in it, otherwise I will just sit here for 10 minutes trying to batter Iron Man, but he's doing a pretty good job on me, to be fair. Yeah, no, we'll leave that for now. And then we've got Captain America and the Avengers, which is a sideways scroller. For those of you that are thinking, what is that game? I've never heard of it. I'll give you a quick tease of it. So you've got the Vision, you've got Iron Man, you've got Cap, and you've got Hawkeye. Who should we be here? Let's go with Iron Man, as we've just been Cap. Here we go. And a sideways scroller, for those of you that are familiar with games like Golden Axe, Double Dragon, some real, awesome games from way back when. It's a really, really good game. So there's Red Skull. There he is, he's assembling his own team, and then Captain America and the guys come along. 2-player, by the way, so if you've got a friend, you can come down. If you haven't got a friend, and if I'm in, give me a shout, I'll have a 2-player with you quickly. And that's Captain America and the Avengers. So nice sideways scroller. Dates back from, I think, 1991, this one. That's without me checking. And then we've got some pinball. So again, keeping it nice and Marvel. We've got Spidey, which is probably one of the best pinballs out there, I'd have thought. Jakob, you a fan? He's a fan. Great pinball. So again, set on the Tobey Maguire franchise from back in 1990, or 1999, sorry. A superb, stunning Stern example. And then we've also got the Iron Man one here. Again, everything here, guys, is set to free play. You don't have to come down and put £1 in, although there is something quite nostalgic about that. So, it's all set to free play. So please come down if you fancy having a look at some pinball or any of these wonderful arcades, and check them out. So it's been a delight today. It's been wonderful being able to present to you lots of delightful treats that are Marvel related, because I am a bit of a geek, well, maybe quite a lot of a geek. So look, thank you for tuning in. We have got a quick question, so we're always going to do a giveaway for those of you that watch weekly. So obviously our new mugs are here. Here he is. So my question this week is, who is your favourite Marvel superhero? Don't forget, Superman doesn't count for those of you that are just going to slide in Batman. So Marvel superhero, who you're most excited to see on the big screen, and who should maybe have been in the movie? That's a bit of a discussion point. Like, who should have been in the movie that isn't? Wolverine probably should have been in there as an Avenger at some point in his life. He should maybe have made it. But who's your favourite Marvel superhero? Give us your answer. Tag a mate. Don't forget to tag a mate. And then one of those wonderful mugs that are limited edition and exclusive will be on its way to you. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll look forward to seeing you.